I started hip hop when I was 8 years old, and I just fell in love with the stage, the attitude I gave off with dancing, the angst. And then it just progressed, and I danced all the way from when I was 8 to the end of high school. And when I went to Keene State College, I didn't realize that, there was a huge hip hop dance team here. The power with women on a dance team is absolutely incredible. And it really gets you to really show that feminine side of you. We have different types of hip hop that we incorporate. So we can be very, hard hitting and showing that almost like grungy side of yourself. But then you get to show that sexy side where, you get to show a little bit of like your body in that type of way. And you get to express through the music your body movements. When I show that like strength I have and the hard hitting abilities, it's like I'm releasing all my negative energy in some way, but also almost absorbing positive energy from the people around me. But when I'm like also dancing by myself, I can look at myself in the mirror and kind of see myself as a strong woman and showing that I have a lot of power and we all support each other in so many ways. And it just creates an incredible bond between, all of us, and showing and performing for people and saying like I love like those women, like they're amazing. If I honestly didn't do dance throughout college, I have no idea how I'd be succeeding. Doing what you love is going to make you a happier person, and no matter what happens, you just gotta have to push through.
I've been a nurse for 32 years and have recently ventured into the wellness side of nursing. So I've just recently become a Reiki master, and I just got certified in hypnosis, which I'm very excited about. Reiki, the word Rei means universal energy, and it means universe, and Ki means energy. So it is getting kind of like the wisdom and power from the universe, and the energy comes out through your palms. And it is an energy healing work. And what you're doing, you are, as the practitioner, like a straw. So you get the energy and the power from the universe, and you bring it to the client, and they heal themselves. So you open up their energy channels so that they can heal themselves. People think it's all woo-woo and fake. Those of us that practice it see the results and are nothing shy of amazed. It works. When I think about possible misconceptions of something like hypnosis, people think it's like the stage hypnosis that we see, or some people are really paranoid that I'm going to brainwash you while you're under. What you do is you deeply relax the person in what's kind of like a guided meditation. And then when they're at a certain level, and you can see it in the client, they kind of, their head will frequently just go to the side. They're like awake, but it's in that sweet spot between awake and asleep. And it's called the theta stage. And you put suggestions that they have come up with ahead of time, their affirmations, into the subconscious level of their brain. And it helps to kind of rewire their thinking in a positive way to work on whatever it is they wanted to work on. It's been really amazing delving into my spiritual side. And as a woman and a natural nurturer, it's just who I am. I hope people will look to alternative medicine. We still need physicians, we still need surgeons, but let's try these alternative methods first, or along with these more invasive medical procedures. Let's try it. What harm is there? And I would just highly recommend thinking outside the box and trying something different.
I'm the owner of DanceWorks Movement Design in Milford, New Hampshire. This is the start of my 10th anniversary season as a business owner. This is my season where we are super expressive, we're being really creative, we're pushing the creative boundaries here, and we are all just celebrating 10 years of working with children ages 2 through adults throughout the community in Southern New Hampshire. I think that DanceWorks stands out definitely in the community. We certainly have our own brand, and I think that it really falls on us being known as the creative studio. We receive a lot of compliments about just how creative our movement is, and I think that we're definitely, trailblazers in this area as far as just taking creative risks. I've never been scared to do that. I feel most myself when I am in the studio creating and working with the students. I love being in the creative space, and definitely I have signs on the wall that say this is my happy place for a reason. I feel like I can shut the door of the studio and just sort of close off the rest of the world. So as far as being a woman to start my own business, I was never like, oh, I'm a girl, this is going to be hard for me. It really wasn't a factor. The part that was hard for me as a woman was that when I opened my studio, my son was 3 and my daughter was 13 months old. And so as a mother, that was really hard. I feel like I've accomplished a lot as a business owner. I think I've accomplished even more just as a human. I think that if I look back even on my first 5 years of owning this studio, compared to where I am now, just as a leader, I think that I have accomplished huge things as far as just honestly respecting my own worth and knowing that my time is worth something. I'm in a position as a role model, and especially as a woman role model for these younger dancers, so many of which are females. I think that that's a huge accomplishment when you can sort of stop being the teacher for a second and just be a human and try to help them through something. And dance is a great outlet for working through emotional stuff and social struggles. And I think that's been a huge thing. I think when you are passionate about something, and this is something that I tell my kids and I tell my students, is that if you go for what you're passionate about, you will always be happy. Maybe you're going to struggle sometimes. Maybe you're not going to have a lot of money sometimes. But deep in your soul, you'll be happy if you are doing what you love and just being true to yourself. So I think just don't be scared and just go for it.
Tennis has always been my number one. I love tennis. I've played tennis since I was 8 years old. I still take lessons. I still work on my game. I still compete. And it's my favoriteest thing. Most of the women I play tennis with are my daughter's age, and that keeps me alive and energetic, and we do have a good time. I'm the owner and founder of Gymnastics Village, which is a gym school for kids 18 months to 18 years. And it's been my passion and something I'm very proud of. I'm not much for sitting, so that's why it was important for me to have a job that included being active, because I don't think I could sit in an office for a whole day. Now, when I think about what I used to do, how much I would do in a day, I can't even imagine doing it again. I can't imagine I would get up in the morning and take care of the kids and get them ready for school and make the beds and vacuum, and then I would go and I'd clean the gym before the kids came in. I was the office, I was the teacher. In the beginning, I did everything, cleaned the toilets and taught all the classes. And so yes, it's amazing. It amazes me. One time a woman was upset because she couldn't get her child into a class. The class was full. And she said, "You just don't understand what it's like to be a working mother." And I thought, you've got to be kidding. I know very much what it's like to be a working woman when there was no daycare, when nothing was open late. grocery stores closed at 7, well, that didn't really work into our lifestyle very much.
For people that want to continue, on their path to their goals, literally continue it because once you stop, it's going to be hard to catch up in that way.
I would say first love yourself and then love others and treat people like they're your family. We are truly all connected and we need to realize that.
If I had a message that I wanted to share with the world, I think that it would just be to not be scared. That there are so many reasons why you might hold yourself back from going after something.
Keeping physical and active keeps you young and healthy. Not only healthy in body, but healthy in mind. So I very much preach physical fitness. It becomes part of your life. It's part of mine.